How could you make a toy out of a behemoth-sized Star Destroyer? This was the design problem Kenner had to solve in 1980 when it wanted to put out a toy to represent Darth Vader's Super Star Destroyer that pursued Han Solo throughout Empire Strikes Back. It is up for debate whether or not Kenner succeeded. Kenner of course abandoned all pretense of recreating the scale of the ship and instead gave us a cross-section featuring the bridge and Darth Vader's chamber combined into one space. But the playset retains a triangular wedge-shaped form vaguely suggesting the shape of Star Destroyers, and with its grippable landing gear, it was still designed as a vehicle to be picked up and flown in pursuit of the Falcon or other ships. Many are critical of this toy, but I think it was a clever solution to a real design challenge. Outside of Hoth and Dagobah, the Star Destroyer was really the only other play environment made for Empire Strikes Back. So kids were left to ponder how the Star Destroyer could be pressed into service for their play scenarios. Could there conceivably be a lightsaber duel on Darth Vader's Star Destroyer? Or could the playset stand in for Bespin? Could the meditation chamber double as a carbon freezing chamber? The decals for the control pits are somewhat reminiscent of Bespin's control room, and the upper platform with its swivel play feature could perhaps be substituted for a Bespin gantry where a lightsaber duel could occur. These were some of the ideas and questions kids were prompted to think about when presented with this toy. I have an opened Star Destroyer, so we'll take a look at the contents. It is unassembled. There's Kenner's paperwork. There's a little notice about batteries for the meditation chamber. Here's the instructions with Kenner's line art. Some diagrams of the ship and how to assemble it. This is interesting. They have some sympathy for the Star Destroyer commander. Also of note is that the Emperor in these instructions is called the Grand Vizier. These control stations are a little bit reminiscent of video game arcades from the 80s, which is now a thing of the past. There's the inserts with the parts secured in there. The front viewing window of the bridge. On the other side is the assembly for the top of the Star Destroyer and the main base assembly. I think the black plastic was a good choice. It's very ominous looking. Here are the other parts for the landing gear and the front laser cannon. They are sealed in little baggies. And here's the holographic viewing screen and the window for Darth Vader's meditation chamber. We'll pack it back up. The toy did a fine job of creating the setting of Vader's ship, in my opinion, and with a little imagination, kids could also repurpose the Star Destroyer for other play scenarios. But one can't help but ask if Kenner's energies would not have been better placed creating a more robust Cloud City playset instead of making the Star Destroyer. However, imagine if they had not created the playset. There would be a big hole in your Empire Strikes Back playability, as a good portion of the movie involved the pursuit of the Falcon by the Empire. What would you have done with your Imperial figures without a Star Destroyer? Often received as a surprise gift from parents, the Star Destroyer was perhaps a toy not asked for, but nonetheless it was put to use by kids in creative ways in their Star Wars play. Today, the Darth Vader Star Destroyer has become a key vintage piece remembered with reverence and nostalgia, and sealed examples command very high prices on the secondary market. Both in how Kenner designed it and how kids played with it, the Darth Vader Star Destroyer was a toy that required problem solving and a little imagination. If you liked this video, check out my other vintage Star Wars videos and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.